Hello YouTube! Today we talk about Momo, one of the most beloved characters from the Sword of Convallaria community, and my most successful video. It got 5,000 views and 100 likes. I wasn't expecting it. I'm very happy it was useful to you, and now we expand over it. There are two questions I want to ask in the comment sections of the video. That I can show you here. One is from Fukimo Mikoto that says, I'm so confused which run skills should I unlock for her. I'm a new player, so I have no idea what to do here. I will help you, of course, and we can make it clear and discuss about it. Also, Yowa Zakura 3 weeks ago was asking if I have a list of upcoming banners. There wasn't an official one, but I found something that looks solid and well organized. We switched to sortofconvallaria.co. This website organizes information for global in a very tidy way, so I think I prefer it over other sources. We can use this if we need an in-depth guide. This works as the pride one of Convallaria. So let's dive into it. We have the list of abilities. We also have the keywords explained in this website, which is very good, but we want to see the recommended ones. One of them is Energy Ray. It's a single target heavy damage, so I agree with that. Field is very useful in PvP though. So if you are going in PvP, I think decreases AoE damage taken by all allies by 25%, especially if you activate Doom Waken and you enter the other state. I think Field is very strong, but if you're going PvM or any other mode, you need a high damage skill, and this is pretty good. 140% is effective, plus you get shield break against enemies that have a shield, so it passes through very strong. The other one that is suggested is Erosive Power over Repulsion Application. I agree because this is a passive and you get bonuses by just attacking. 10% damage and infection comes in handy for sure. The third the guide suggests is Erosive Force Field over Defense. Defense is damage reduction, but it's not incredible. So I understand, because the barrier, having a strike back when it gets hit, is very useful. 70% magical damage is not bad at all, because you get infection over that too. I'm a big fan of Erosive Force Field for PvP and PvM. Then we have Dark Ripple in the suggestion. The other one is gain immunity to the effect of injured and dying. I really like that, honestly. And Dark Ripple is a 70% AoE to all enemies within a 2 tile radius, and it deactivates passive skills and reaction skills. So this can be very useful in PvP. Also, AoE damage is effective in PvM, but not auto, because auto, the first enemy the automatic AI grabs, it casts the AoE, so it can actually be wasted. So for automatic PvM, I suggest using Toughness, because this is always useful. If you get hurt, you still deal as much damage as possible. For PvM manual, I think Dark Ripple has its merits, but it would still, especially if your character is higher level than the enemy and you don't get hurt, but it's very easy to get injured if you don't have shields over your barrier, maybe with Temperance Tarot. So I still like Toughness, but I understand having another source of AoE. I kinda like Misfortune Erosion more, even if it deals 5% less damage, but the area has more reach, so I'm not too sure about Erosive Force Field. Then we have the basic attack. I agree on the fact that the Hypnotic attack is more strong in PvP, but I think recovering 1 energy in PvM by just attacking is more fun. It's an optional, so they agree on the fact that they are both pretty good. I think in PvP, Hypnotic attack can win you the game because it can disable an enemy with just a basic attack, but in general, I think Invigorating Strike is more fun. And lastly, Doom Waken, the ultimate kill. It's 2 stacks of barrier and Doom Waken for 3 turns. Doom Waken is attack increased by 20% and 50% life, which basically is everything Life Devourer does, but with less damage, and it's a passive stance. It's not an active attack. Nevertheless, this is incredible in PvP, and you definitely want it. You can use it in PvM too, both auto and manual PvM. So I think they're both useful. You can do Life Devourer if you like the Juggernaut build. You just throw Momo into the fray and you auto. I think with auto this is stronger. But if you don't want to auto, you can do Waken. I think Doom Waken is the superior skill in PvP and in PvM manual too. Now let's talk about the gear. So you have the cornucopia stuff. I really like it because it gives you energy and you have a lot of skills that don't have a cooldown, so you can use that. You have the orb for single target, but she's not much single target, so I wouldn't suggest it. And now let's go to the very unique legendary weapons. Diffusing Prism increases magical damage by 5%, and the good part of the skill is upon casting AoE, for each target hit increases magical damage and piercing damage by 5%, up to 10, so you go up to 15. It's pretty good. It's probably the best in slot for AoE magic attacks in general. I really like Diffusing Prism. It's very strong. If you have it, you can. Then we have Starry Sky Heritage. Increase HP by 5%. Grant bonus equals to 3% HP. Up to 6% if you have the stars. I think this weapon is particularly good for Momo because she has a lot of HP as a character. And then we have Resentment Broom. It increases AoE damage by 15%, is a lot. It's very much strong with AoE. This one starts with a very high percentage, and after dealing damage with an active attack, there's a 25% chance, up to 50% if you have the stars, to inflict life loss equal to 20% magic attack on top. So basically, the enemy loses 20% of your magic attack in HP on the target for one turn. It seems very strong. Also, it fits the Momo aesthetics. So I like these the most. If you go AoE, if you go Juggernaut, and you just throw Momo in the enemy lines, this is probably not the best. You can do Starry Sky to have a little bit more resilience. But yeah, in general, this looks incredible. I think I would go for this. 50% chance to deal 20% more damage on top of 15% AoE damage buff is very good. I think this is a very fun weapon. And for defensive ones, they usually use the armor because it's HP and the strike back. So this is for the Juggernaut build, you strike back, you deal damage. Other options include the Fancy Hat. Immunity to Disrupt is always good. When healthy, magic defense increase up to 15%, not too bad if you get attacked by ranged mages. And the Hunter's Intuition, when alert is triggered, 25% more damage. Moreover, if a foe uses a skill within the range, it will also be triggered. So this makes Doom Waken better. It is interesting because 25% more damage is a lot and it's granted a 5-star. And the use of a skill inside the range is also interesting because if you get an enemy that wants to disrupt you, in that case it can't anymore. So this is a PvP trinket, you can use it if you have it. It's not crucial in PvM. Now for the Tarots, Devil is always the way to go if you want to deal damage late game, but for PvP and PvM too, if you use a lot of AoE, I think manual PvM mostly, you want to go Magician because it buffs your AoEs a lot. You can also go for the Tower if you use a Juggernaut build based on counter attacks, and this is for random buffs. I wouldn't go for it, honestly. So it's either Devil, Magician or Tower from my point of view. So that's everything I wanted to comment about the Momo guide we have on swordofconvallaria.com. I hope it helps answering the questions you have. I'll be soon back for more. This is Nero Atlas, signing out.